Get ready, Real Madrid just dropped a Champions League bombshell, and we've got all the explosive details, so let's dive in. Plus, we'll break down why Jeremy Doku seemingly vanished during that massive Real Madrid clash, leaving fans completely baffled. Then, we're talking about Real Madrid's Rodrygo, who's starting a new story after surgery, and what this means for his future. And finally, we'll get into how Fede Valverde and Real Madrid toppled a lackluster Man City, and Pep Guardiola's message to his team. Don't miss a second of this, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Did Jeremy Doku just glitch out of existence mid-game? That's the question baffling fans after Manchester City's Champions League clash with Real Madrid. In the heat of the second half, Doku made a move, but for a split second, he seemed to vanish from the broadcast feed, sparking wild theories online about simulations and glitches in the Matrix. Turns out, it was a fascinating clash between player and technology. Specifically, the virtual advertising boards that digitally replace stadium ads for different regions. Doku, wearing a green shirt, walked in front of one of these billboards, causing a brief visual anomaly. It's a reminder of how advanced broadcasting technology can sometimes create bizarre, head-scratching moments. While Doku was momentarily lost, his team was facing a tough challenge, with Real Madrid building a significant lead thanks to a Federico Valverde hat-trick. The football world is buzzing about this strange on-field disappearance and the tech behind it. But what does this mean for Manchester City's chances in the tie? Stay tuned as we break down Pep Guardiola's defiant message after the loss. Pep Guardiola is holding on to hope, but admits Manchester City faces a daunting task after a heavy Champions League defeat to Real Madrid. Federico Valverde's stunning first-half hat-trick put Madrid in a commanding 3-0 lead heading into the second leg, a result that left City reeling. Guardiola acknowledged the scoreline was bad and that his team didn't defend the first goal well, but he insisted his side would not surrender. He stated that while the chance of a comeback might not be much right now, they would try. The City manager also noted that despite the result, he didn't feel his team played a bad game, but admitted they lacked effectiveness in the final third and that Real Madrid's ruthlessness in Europe was evident. Bernardo Silva echoed Guardiola's sentiments, admitting the team lost control after conceding the first goal and that playing against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu comes with a steep price. Meanwhile, other English clubs also faced tough nights, with Chelsea suffering a late collapse against PSG and Arsenal salvaging a draw with a late penalty. But the drama didn't end there, as Real Madrid's own star player faces a significant setback. Get ready to hear Rodrygo's own words, as he faces a long road to recovery. Real Madrid's Rodrygo is facing a new chapter after successful knee surgery, declaring a new story begins as he embarks on a lengthy recovery. The Brazilian forward underwent surgery to repair a torn anterior cruciate ligament and external meniscus sustained during a match against Getafe. This injury means Rodrygo will miss the remainder of the season and, crucially, the upcoming World Cup. In a poignant Instagram post from his hospital bed, Rodrygo shared a smiling photo and expressed his gratitude, stating, "Thank God, everything went well in the surgery." He added, "A new Rodrygo is born. I am ready to go through this whole process and experience God's blessings in my life." Rodrygo, who had contributed 3 goals and 6 assists in 27 appearances this season, is expected to be sidelined for approximately 8 months. The club confirmed the successful operation performed by Dr. Manuel Leis, and Rodrygo will begin his rehabilitation soon. This news casts a shadow over Real Madrid's attacking options and Brazil's World Cup hopes. But even with key players sidelined, Real Madrid showed their enduring strength on the European stage. We'll dive into exactly how Fede Valverde dismantled Manchester City's defense in their latest Champions League showdown. Fede Valverde delivered a masterclass, scoring a stunning hat-trick to lead Real Madrid in toppling a lackluster Manchester City in a Champions League showdown. In what's become a familiar European fixture, Real Madrid once again proved their continental dominance against Pep Guardiola's side. Despite City's possession, they were repeatedly undone by Madrid's clinical finishing, particularly from Valverde. His first goal came from a Route 1 clearance, showcasing a brilliant first touch and composure to round the keeper. He doubled the lead just 7 minutes later with a powerful left-footed shot, exploiting City's defensive frailties. By halftime, Valverde had completed his hat trick with his third shot on target, leaving City's defense at 6s and 7s. Even with 75% possession in the final 15 minutes of the half, City failed to convert, a theme that continued into the second half. City's attacking struggles were evident, with Erling Haaland having no shots and minimal touches in the box before being substituted. While Jeremy Doku attempted to force the issue, the team as a whole lacked penetration. The match saw a stark contrast in defensive commitment, with City's defenders struggling in one-on-one duels and making clearances out of desperation rather than control. The penalty awarded to Vanishes Jr., though weakly taken and saved, highlighted City's defensive lapses. This victory puts Real Madrid in a commanding position in the tie. But how did Pep Guardiola react to this significant defeat, and what's his message for the second leg? And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Real Madrid takes a commanding lead over Man City thanks to Fede Valverde's hat trick. Jeremy Doku had a bizarre on-screen vanishing act, Rodrygo is starting his recovery journey, and Pep Guardiola is still urging his team to fight. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this update, subscribe for more breaking news, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment with your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for behind-the-scenes content. We'll see you in the next one.